What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, joined by Geekdom 101. Once again, we are surprise. It's like we do a video like once a week together or something. Today we're going to be talking about Heat, or Hito, or how I think the name is going to be Heat, because I feel like Frost, Heat, I don't know. When we get to revelation of what the actual correct way to say is in English, whenever that gets dubbed, we'll talk about that later. But for now, let's just call him Hito for now, because I like Hito better than Hit, because Hit just sounds kind of plain.
Hito sounds very Japanese.
And technically, Hito is the right way to do it anyways.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people are wondering what's so special about Hito. And after watching the most recent episode, I further have reason to believe that Hit, or Hito, is going to be one of the main villains in this arc. I feel like before the tournament, because they're going through the tournament right now way too fast, I feel like when you get to a certain point of the fight, it's going to shift from a tournament to a everybody versus Hito type of thing. Now, what I realized this past weekend, and the reason why I said this past weekend, is because, so it's revealed that the reason why Frost joins Team Universe 6 is because if Universe 6 wins, then Vado said Champa will help Frost. And those who don't know, Frost is a peacekeeper in Universe 6. He's all about helping the children, stopping wars, and having a guy destruction on the other side, which is kind of ironic, would obviously help him a lot. So he had that incentive. Now, the question is what is the incentive for everybody else? From Botamo, Magetta, Hito, Kabe, like what were they incentivized for? Well, we obviously don't know yet, but I have a strong reason to believe because how Hito's character is being portrayed, his was completely opposite from everybody else. As opposed to getting something good, I feel like Hito is actually the villain, like a major villain, a major war criminal in Universe 6. And I think what's going to end up happening, and this is pure speculation, just trying to see if I can guess this, but I think what's going to happen is Hito is actually a big war criminal in Universe 6, and for him joining and winning, they will clear him all the charges. So I think that's ultimately what's going to happen. But as I was telling this to Geekdom, what did you say about the Dragon Balls?
Yeah, well, I was thinking, I'm not the first one who invented this idea, but it's possible. We talked about it actually, you and I, months ago on an old video. Not before we knew who Hito was, specifically, just more so stuff like what could happen in this arc.
Right.
Maybe when the Super Dragon Balls are finally put together, maybe he jumps in there and steals the wish, and then all hell breaks loose. And then, because the thing about Hito is that when you look at the biography that Toei put out about this guy, it pretty much says the following. I'm going to read it verbatim. It says, with his cool outfit that looks like he's wearing a long coat, no matter how you look at him, there's no doubt this guy's a force to be reckoned with. Even his name, Hito, smells of danger. Doesn't say anything about him being a good guy or any of that stuff. It just says that he's dangerous.
And what happened at New Year's Eve?
Well, yeah, they had the whole, well, I don't even know what you call it, like the wall window.
It's like the equivalent
thing.
to, it was equivalent to the Times Square in Japan, and they had a giant thing of Goku and Hito together, which represents, like, I mean, obviously Goku's the main one of the big driving factors behind Dragon Ball. Like that's the face of Dragon Ball. But it's like, why Hito? Why him? Why not Champa? Why not Beerus? Why Hito? Because he has to be some kind of like main antagonist in the situation. So
yeah, people have been speculating, just to add to that he is the Universe 6 version of Cell. I don't believe that's the case because the way that they describe the Earth in Universe 6 is it's very war-torn, and they never actually said that Hito was from Earth. In fact, I don't know if I don't remember exactly.
I don't think people literally meant Cell. I think they mean just in terms of like, because obviously you have the two Friezas in Universe 6 and 7. You got Frieza and Frost. You got the Saiyans, which is Vegeta and Kabe, and then now you have Cell and Hito. I think that's what they meant in that terms. Not like actual backstory, but just in terms of like, because he does kind of have small similarities to Cell, but not really.
He's got the lines under his eyes.
Yeah,
but
that's really it. Yeah,
but that's a very Toriyama thing.
Yeah, And the other one is you got Majin Buu, the fat Majin Buu, and Botamo. I don't know what Magetta is supposed to be. Maybe an android.
Yeah, maybe. But he looks a lot cooler, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, I'm starting to call it, like, I mean, out of all the characters, Hito is the only one that just feels different. Because you got Kabe smiling, you got Frost smiling, you got even Magetta and well, you can't tell if Magetta is smiling because he's a robot. But
yeah, but
like everybody essentially just has this like good aura around them. But Hito is just, he's very to himself. He's very different. He seems like he's done something. Like he definitely eats ass. I won't say that. Hito eats ass. You can tell.
Eats. What?
Just want to toss it out there.
All right. Well, toss it. That's the key word. Toss it. Yeah.
But ultimately,
he's all quiet and mysterious. Yeah. But he could be going for like a Piccolo vibe too, because Piccolo's like that too, where he's got his arms crossed and he's mysterious. The point is though that, like we've talked about in the past, I mean, maybe he's a Universe 6 Namekian. He doesn't have the antenna.
Also
but
true. Also
it's
true.
possible the evolution. Because think about it. Like one of the theories that the fans I've been seeing it time and time again is that if the Universe 6 characters are flip-flopped, if Kaba and Frost are good and not, pirates or whatever, then that would mean that it's possible the Namekians are not the, benevolent, farmers that we see in Universe 7. Maybe he is a Namekian, and maybe he is. Maybe. I don't think he is. I'm saying maybe. I've seen this theory, and he's not a good guy. Because think about it. If Frost and Kabe and these guys are all on the good side, then who's the bad guys in Universe 6? You can't have good without evil. You can't have creation without destruction, like Beerus said himself in the trailer for Battle of Gods. So there has to be some kind of continuing threat in Universe 6 that they are stopping. Or maybe it's a threat from a long time ago. Maybe you're right. Maybe he's a criminal who they apprehended. Maybe Frost apprehended him. And maybe it's a Suicide Squad situation where Champa asked Frost, maybe... I hope they do this, but he's recruiting guys. He finds Frost. Who's the strongest guy you ever faced? Oh, it's this guy named Hito. He was a bitch to freaking apprehend. And maybe he went to Hito in the Suicide Squad style and was like, hey, we need you for this tournament. If you help us win, we'll let you free or something. Yeah.
One thing I want to toss out there before I forget is what I noticed how Universe 6 handles their villains. They do it very differently because, like, Frost seems to be like the big hero of Universe 6, and he himself doesn't kill people. He says he accidentally killed an evildoer once by going to his final form, and because of that, he doesn't use that form anymore. He uses his assault dildo form Frieza, as I call it, dildo form Frieza form, to fight people, but he never goes into his final form because he doesn't like killing. So because of that, I feel like if Hito really was a war criminal at some point and ended up getting apprehended, they wouldn't kill him. What would they do? Lock him up or something? Not really sure. And what better incentive that's like, hey, if you join this team, if you win, we'll free you. But not a question. This is what happens next. Because
and that's the thing. Maybe one quick thing. Maybe when they free him, his ass freaking when they gather the Super Dragon Balls for Beerus or whatever's gonna happen. Then Hito will come in there and steal the wish, and then they have to go fight him or something.
That's what I was gonna say.
Well, what's he gonna wish for?
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say is if you are a person. Okay, look. So if you get freed, but you're still evil, you're going to be evil. But what do you do in a situation where you have gods of destructions in the same area? You have other warriors who are a lot stronger than you. You have to do something. Use these Super Dragon Balls, which have no limitations, by the way. Use these Super Dragon Balls to your own advantage to the point where...
Right. Oh, shit, dude.
Yeah.
He might wish for Beerus and Champa to become, to not exist or something like that.
Not exist.
Or be trapped in a lamp like Return of Jafar.
Not even that. He could... Well, yeah, he could do that. But even a step further. What if he wishes to become the next god of destruction? Like, there's no limits here. You can literally ask for anything. You could wish for, like, the ultimate form of immortality where everybody, like, disappears. You could make the universe completely crumble because he's evil. Again, if Hito is as evil as we think he is, you can't just go free after this tournament is done and just live your life. Like, what's he going to do, work at Chipotle? No, that's not how this works. You're going to be more evil, but you also can't go up against the squad that exists now, like, the Universe 6 Warriors.
Too many of them.
Yeah.
Unless what they do, and again, I'm going to tickle your balls right now and everybody else here.
This is kind of weird, tickling my balls.
Yeah, I'm going to tickle them right now, all right? What if he wishes to become the single most powerful being in both universes? Keyword single, and then the only way to stop him is with fusion. And then everything ties back into that. Because if you're a fused character, even though you're technically become single, it's still two people. So they kind of figure, okay, we can't beat this guy individually, so maybe we have to fuse. Maybe we'll see with that Project Fusion game coming out, maybe we'll see not only Vegito, and this is going to get really wacky. What if Beerus and Champa fuse, bro?
I'm sure we'll see that. Actually, no, I don't think they're going to go into Dragon Ball Super in that game.
Well, but I'm saying in the series, if Beerus and Champa fuse, who's to say Goku can't show them the fusion pose, and then they become a real threat? Or Vados and Whis, maybe. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there because people really want fusion to come back, and that's the one way they can do it.
It's a good way to do it. I mean, I don't know. It's the only situation I can really think of. Like, Hito has to be a war criminal that's being... is going to get, Suicide Squad style pardoned here. But again, if he goes free, he's not just going to walk free. He's going to cause havoc. And based on how they're promoting the series with having Goku and Hito on the equivalent of Times Square in Japan, which is pretty expensive, by the way. You got to have a nice budget to do that. I've done stuff with Times Square before.
Well, Toei ain't spending their damn budget on the animation, that's for sure. So.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just a random theory we want to toss out there because we like making these videos to predict stuff and see if we're right later. So if you have any theories on your own about Hito what he's done. Is he like basically like the equivalent to a Namekian? Is he basically Cell? Or maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe he's a nice guy that, you know, works at Staples or something. I don't really know. First story that came to mind. I don't know. Like, if you have any suggestions or ideas about his character, just drop it in the comment section below. But I don't know, Geekin. This is going to be a really interesting arc because the way they're going through these fights is too fast. There's no way that this tournament is going to be over within the next, like, 3 months. There's no way. I refuse to believe.
3 months?
Well, the reason I say 3 months is because we're already, 2 episodes into... No, technically, we're already 1 episode into the tournament starting, and we're down to or we're already on the 3rd round. So...
I see what you mean.
Yeah, in this situation, if the pacing keeps up, technically the tournament would end in the next, I'd say, 3 or 4 weeks. But there's no way they would just end it like that. Something's going to happen, and I'm really confident. Calling it now, it has to do with Hito.
Yeah, and whatever the finals is, I'm guessing, whatever the finals of the tournament is going to be multiple episodes. It'll be old school Dragon Ball style where it's like 4 or 5 episodes of fighting. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. Because, I mean, people want to make jokes about Dragon Ball taking too long, but I kind of feel like for the finale of this tournament, even if whether or not it's the last arc or not, it's irrelevant. The finale has to be an epic 4 or 5 multiple episode fight. That's what people want. I mean, people want that. That's when you're going back to the old school. So, and this whole damn series, the entire Dragon Ball Super series essentially is a throwback to the old school with the return of Frieza and the other return of Frieza with Frost, and they kind of are doing that. So that I say. It's going to be... There's still some time left. I mean, I certainly hope it's not being rushed because it's going to be canceled, but we would have known about that by now, so I don't think so.
Yeah. So if you have any ideas and theories on your own about Hito, comment below. And let's see who guesses it. Geek, them anything else?
No, that's it, man. We'll see what happens.
All right, let's see who's right. So stay tuned, I guess. Let's see what happens with Dragon Ball Super as the story unfolds furthermore. And we'd love to see your comments in the comment section below. So we'll see you guys down there.
Bye.